these keys, so I want to have it, for an hour, how long you guys can do it.
I can. Yeah, then I can hop on if you need to go. If you want to keep running this.
Yeah, well, let me see if Dre joins, I'll throw my or Kuro or whatever, and if not, then you're up, bud. But
Are you sure about that?
yeah, we get a demon up here, we'd be screwed, huh?
Yeah, man. Yo, how nervous were you up in the mountain?
I was really nervous. She had no idea it was coming, right, Shaw? No idea.
That's bullshit. I knew.
She didn't know shit. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Here's the thing, man. I took the. Oh my god, my other phone's gonna die. I took the lift as high as like we could. We took the gondola to the top, right? Because I wanted a good backdrop, is what I wanted, and I had it in my snowboarding jacket in a box, right? And I'm like, I don't want to carry this thing around all day. This shit's expensive, That's at least the amount of a CloneX, and like if I lose this, I'm screwed, bro. I lost a clone. Last thing I do is lose a clone. You know what I mean? And
you're using wedding rings as a clone right now. Comparison. It's a Murakami drip clone. It's Murakami drip. What's up, Brick Chain?
Hey, I just want to say congrats on the engagement, and you just compared the ring to a clone, dude. Like, I hope you paid at least 2 or 3 clones for it, and even if you did, I know a guy that could have smuggled you one over from Kuwait in his bum that would have been a lot expensive for less. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. Bum diamonds for the win.
2 or 3 clones, is that the expectation? Is that the expectation?
That's the floor.
Don't tell her. It's
That's the
only
floor.
like 1 clone.
That's the floor, bro. You bought a rug. No, I'm joking. You didn't buy a rug.
You got her a floor ring.
It was weird when I put it on her. She looked at it, and then she goes, "What's the utility? Do you got a roadmap that comes with this ring? No roadmap, no utility."
Yo, she's the one. She's definitely the one. What's for you?
Project gonna do for project.
She said the founders. The founders stuff.
The utility is listening to you run spaces all day from Monday to Friday.
I think I heard myself through Demi's mixer. I don't know. Can you guys hear like a echo?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a echo.
Hold up.
My sound.
Hey, tell her that
I think Demi's in the mountains right now.
if she plays her cards right, the utility is a great night and a happy ending if she's nice.
Yep. Nah, man. Told her there's no utility. This is a shiny rock, and we are on top of a big rock. So I brought the shiny rock to the top of a big rock.
Is better? Can you hear any feedback?
No, it sounds better now.
All right, sweet.
I want to send all these invites out to the group chats. Hold on. Or we can retweet the space. So let me do that real quick. Let me retweet my own space. Start there. What up, Meryl?
Hey, Jim. How's it going?
It's good.
Going good. Congrats.
Ray alive?
Yeah, he is. I mean, we were hanging out all day yesterday. Met up with Brooker from Bright Moments. He's a dev at Bright Moments. If you haven't seen the Bright Moments project, check it out. It's a kind of touring gen art gallery project that goes around different cities and does like live minting experiences. This kid, I say kid, but honestly, he's like, I've been in crypto since like 2000s. I'm like, what? So yeah, you can imagine he's just like super knowledgeable about deving and contracts and bags. So yeah, he's like he has one of the most amazing clones that he's trying to ship with the like the OG jacket, you know, the purple like bubble one with the like the headphones or the helmet, or whatever.
He's been in
He's trying
crypto
to
since 2000. When that's just
yeah.
that
Yes.
just doesn't sound possible. But I'm not
I
a
know, right?
cryptographer, right?
Oh yeah, it was like early times even before, like, you know, someone sent him the white paper and told him, you know, you take all your money in PayPal and just put it in here instead. And he was like, okay. And then yeah, he lost loads of Mountain Gox and stuff like that. So he's got stories, but he seems very well on like him and Dre hit it off with artist or music kind of label kind of stuff. So that was pretty sick. But ventured into Yogi Forest or park, walked around. There's a little kind of temple there, and then ended up at the Bright Moments event, where it's like the usual NFT faces of Japan and the Bright Moments team, including the founder. Then we ended up having some vegan ramen because he doesn't eat meat. So you come to Japan, you don't eat meat, as tough, man. So I'm just trying to convince him to break his routine for Japan only, just so he can actually taste some of Japanese culture. Um, but otherwise, pretty good, man. Congrats again. You know, it must be it must be a big move. Like, when did you know? Like,
So the other night, no, that's not what I knew. But the other night, everybody's like, "Why aren't you going to Japan? Um, you got to go to Japan. We'll make it happen." And Dre's like, "You got to go." And I said, "Bro, I want to go. Like, I can't. I have plans, like a really nice resort booked up in the mountains, and we got some snowboarding days planned." And then I sent Dre a picture, and I guess Rupsy must have understood what I was talking about. Do you guys remember? He was like, "Oh, I knew what you were talking about."
That's how I found out too, but I didn't want to say anything. But yeah.
Oh, it was pretty obvious. You just connect dots. Like, wow,
Like
dude.
no, I mean like when Rupsy mentioned it, I I don't know how he got that, but yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, right? Because I just said, "Yo, Dre, check your DMs." Like this. This is why I can't go to Japan, right? And I sent him like a picture of the ring, and he goes, "Oh yeah. That's worth missing Japan." So then Rupsy, I guess Rupsy just kind of knew. You know, he goes, he said there's only a few things worth missing Japan, and I guess proposing is one of them.
The Dre impersonation, bro, that killed me. But yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I didn't even know I impersonated Dre, or was that Rupsy?
You should have done it at the bottom of the mountain because that's where zero is, right? Like you're way too high up.
Dude, we're already so far past sea level, dude. I should have just taken her to the beach. No, I'm just kidding. Um, we could do snowboard trips a lot. Like we went out to CloneX Utah and went snowboarding with all the Utah fam. Like it's kind of our thing. We'll do getaways and just kind of go snowboarding. We'll bring the RV out. So I had to do it on like the views up there, bro, are just so sick. So I had to have like a backdrop was what it was. And then she said that I gave it away though because I never purposely want to just take pictures, right? Like I don't go around looking, but we got up there. I'm like, oh, this is a dope view. Like, let's get a picture before we get all tired. And right then she's like suspicious. She knows me well, bro. That's suspicious. That's weird, right? And so I asked this, like we were kind of waiting, and there were a lot of people up there. I guess she said I looked nervous, whatever. And I asked this lady or this girl that was there, and I walk up with the camera, and I had it on video, right? And I look at her, and she's just going about her day, and I'm like, "Hey, I need your help. Can you take a video of us? I'm about to propose." And the girl just starts freaking out, right? Like she's trying to contain herself. She goes, "Yes, absolutely." And then she's like, takes the phone and just run it. But yeah, Shaw said that my nervousness, I was fumbling with my pocket, and then I don't ever want to take pictures. She's like, I don't know why he wants to take pictures right now. Just a couple different things that, like, when you start to know the person you spend every day with, and like you spend that much time with, you just know when something's off. So she says she knew, bro. And I tell her right now, she didn't know nothing. Right, Shaw? You didn't know shit. She said,
Yo, Compound, what would you done if
nothing.
she said no?
Bro, I would have yeeted that ring off the mountain, baby. You know
throwing
what I'm
her off the
saying?
mountain.
I would have went straight to OpenSea and got a clone with that money. We're going back. We're gonna return this. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I would have done. Probably
It
just
would have been a demon, all
I
right?
would have jumped on, strapped up my snowboard, and I've just been like later, and zoomed down the mountain straight to the computer. We're buying a double drip clone.
Is she ever gonna come on the spaces? Like,
Yeah, bro. She comes on.
kind of tired of it.
She said she's
Sorry,
getting
go
her
on.
phone now.
Yeah, I would like to hear from her. Kind of tired of hearing
You
about
want to
you,
hear the
Nate.
story how you were totally surprised, caught off guard, completely had no idea it was coming because I kept my composure so well. I was 0% nervous. Tell them that story. Oh shit, I'm not on mute.
I see her. I see her at the bottom now. You got to bring her up.
I told you, "Oh, Shaw, can I put this picture in there?" And she's like, "Yeah, they're all practically like your family. You have to share the picture with them." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I spent a lot of time with them, so I'm super excited to send this picture in there." But she was like telling all her girlfriends and showing all that, and then I'm like, I sent my family and let them know, and I'm like, "Yeah, the next people getting the picture, are y'all, because we've built." Go ahead, Shaw. What were you saying?
Dude, you just engagement farmed that post so hard.
Oh,
Bro, I didn't engagement farm nothing, dude.
get it for the likes.
What's up, little Shaw the demon? You trying to marry me, girl?
I guess so.
Tell him how you were super surprised.
I was not surprised at all. First off, Cormac is not a planner. I typically do most of the planning. So when he plans something, you know something is weird or going to happen. Um, so yeah, no, he was nervous when we got to the slopes, and then when we first off, he never wants to take pictures, so it was weird that he's like, "Let's just go to the top of the mountain and take a picture," and I'm like, "Okay, Cormac." And then we get up there, he gets even more nervous, and he's like, there's so many people up here. Like, yeah, we're at the top of the mountain. Everyone wants to come to the top of the mountain. Then he asked someone to take a picture, and he talked to her for a little bit. So that also was weird. Because typically you just like give someone your phone and you're like, hey, can you take a picture? You don't have to like sit there and talk to them for a little bit. And then when we went to take the picture, he like said something like, oh, you got something on your back, or I'm going to stand behind you, which I was like, okay, here it comes. Yeah, so totally shocked, had no idea it was coming, but he did good.
That's Jugs. He's so cute. Oh my god, I can see where the jeans.
Oh yeah, and it's true, he was fidgeting with his pocket a lot, so I was like, Cormac, can you be less obvious, please?
Exposed, bro. What?
Bro, she's a keeper. She just calls you with all your fun. Like, she's definitely a keeper.
And I still said yes.
Exposed, bro. Live on stage. Unbelievable.
And you got docs too at the same time.
Doxed. She doxed me. She exposed me. Just down bad today. No, down. I'm up good today. All right, Shaw. We'll take that as truth. Sounds a little inaccurate, but we'll run with that story. It's easy to connect the
Yo,
dots looking
Cormac.
back.
Yo, Cormac, how many drinks have you had so far? You're having a blast, so I love it. I love the energy.
No, dude, I haven't had any yet. She actually handed me a bottle of wine and said, "Hey, can you open this?" So maybe soon.
Yeah.
Not open. It's not open yet.
I mean, the ring must have been at least decent. Good job, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, bro, this is actually fun. What's up, Anya?
Hey, I want to know the ring story. So, can you give us some insight here about how you picked it? Did she, Shaw? Did you ever see it at some point and be like, "Oh, I can't tell him I ever saw it," or like, I need to know all the details here.
You want the ring story? No, she never seen it. She was super surprised by it. She had sent her sister like some that she liked, like styles. And then you know how women do. I'll just randomly get a TikTok over the last couple months. It's like, look at this. It's like low key, just like check this out. And they're all in the styles that they like. Usually is how it rolls, right? Like, and so yeah, no, I picked an emerald cut, and it was better than she said it was better than the one she sent her sister, because her sister was kind of messaging me and telling me ideas. She gave me her sister gave me the wrong ring size, so like I might have to get it resized, which is not a big deal. But that was like my biggest worry was that she would like it. Resizing is it's not a big deal at all. It's pretty simple. So
Well, it depends. Does it have diamonds on the side or just on the top?
no, yeah, just the top and kind of
Yeah, then you're
two on
good.
the like outside of the top. But yeah, there's room.
No, yeah, you're good. If it has diamonds on the side, sometimes it's a problem because they have to like when they resize it, especially if it has to go bigger, like they have to reset the diamonds on the side and shit. Like it sucks, fucking sucks. But dude, like honestly, I'm happy for you. If I ever get engaged again, I'm gonna do it snorkeling, like 3 feet under the surface. And then when we get out, if she says yes, I'll be like, now if you ever fuck up, you're gonna end up 6 feet under instead of 3 feet. Just the warnings out there.
Yo, nobody front run this man, dude. I know that's a killer idea. Literally, don't front run this man.
I like the idea. Just if they say no, then like, well,
Throw chum in the water.
Throw chum in the water. What's up, Vaughn?
Hi. Okay, no one make fun of my voice because I've pretty much lost it. So if I sound crazy, that's why. But I just wanted to say congratulations. I sound so stupid right now. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
But I wanted to say congratulations. I was literally like, oh my god, when I saw the pictures. It's so cute. So happy for you guys.
Thank you, Fawn. I appreciate you. How did you lose your voice? Oh, you messaged me and you said that eventually we all need to hit an event, because I know that Anya's met Shaw. I don't think you've met Shaw, but I'm really stoked for her to meet like the other women at CloneX, like the queens of CloneX, because I think she would hit it off with all of y'all. Like you guys are all driven, all like passionate about your IRL stuff, but also this kind of space as well. So it'll be dope to have like an event where all the queens can kind of get there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to try and come out your way kind of soon. I think I'm going to go to the Azuki event in June. So if I go to the Azuki event, then I'll try and do LA as well, seeing as it's like right there. I'll try and do both. So if I do, I'll let everyone know that's on the West Coast, so we can try and meet up and do something.
Yeah, we could. That would be cool to do a CloneX LA thing around that time too. Even just like dinner or drinks and stuff. That would be cool. We'll drive up. We're down in North County, San Diego, so we'll like if we know, we'll cruise up and for dinner or whatever's going on. Azuki's in Vegas, yeah, in June. I can't go to Vegas, bro.
Yeah.
Like me in Vegas,
Yeah, I feel like I didn't go too crazy last time, but I'm ready for it this
you're
time.
gonna lose your voice again.
Or you with Azuki?
What's that?
You with Vegas or are you with Azuki?
Dude, just Vegas in general, bro. You want to lose your voice, Vegas. You want to not sleep, Vegas. Like the clock just doesn't work there. The clocks are weird there. You're waking up at like 8 p.m. and the next thing you know, it's like 6 in the morning, and like, what the heck is going on?
And then you're riding a horse.
You're riding a horse at 6 in the morning. It's just like, it's unreal. What's up, Jerry? I gotta start getting dressed here after this. What's up, bro?
Hey, yo, congratulations, Lil Shaw. Let's go, man. I'm so excited for you guys. Thanks for sharing the journey with us, man. I don't know if you can hear my little ones in the background, but hopefully you got some ones in the future. Man, just enjoy this time. Soak it up, you guys. Absolutely soak it up. There's no time like now. Fiancés, only once in your life. Newlyweds, all that good stuff, man. I'm just pumped for you guys. Just yeah, so rooting for you guys, man. So excited for you. And yeah, Lil Shaw, that was a great recant of the events from today. Okay. That was
Yeah.
amazing. That was amazing. I
I don't
loved it.
even think it was all true. Who knows? It didn't sound true. I blacked out. I blacked out from being nervous. You know what I mean? I had to talk to her father. I was super nervous there too. Like
That's
this,
the worst part,
like
for sure.
this. Who knows what happened? Whatever she's saying may or may not be true. We don't know. We appreciate you,
Well,
Jerry.
yeah, man, for sure. Well, good for you, man. I'm glad that you did that. That you called her father, and that's like just that just touches my heart, man. I don't think people do that or see the significance of that. That means a lot, man. That means a lot to the family. So, way to go, man. Way to go.
He
Love
was
you guys.
surprised. He was
I bet.
surprised. He said, I didn't even call her mother's father, but you're calling me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it would feel right if I didn't call you, man. I have to, and told him out, like, we talked for a while. It's necessary, right? Like, I've always learned, and I didn't even grow up with a dad. Like, I've never met my dad, but I've learned that that's what you're supposed to do. So in my mind, I'm just like, that's what I have to do. So it was part of the checklist, right? Pick a ring, get one she likes, get all these things, and part of the checklist before you can do it was calling the father. So, yeah.
I asked it to be part of the checklist
Oh, I didn't know that.
as
It was
well.
it was my own checklist.
Compound idea. Little
I,
Shot came in with the edits, baby. Edited the list. I love it.
I feel like she's just making stuff up today,
Oh,
bro.
that
I'm
was
just kidding.
that was important to me to get my dad's blessing as well. So
Love
Yeah.
it. I love it. No, I'm so excited for you guys. Like we all are. We're all super excited. Thanks for sharing the journey with us. Congratulations, guys.
It felt necessary. I mean, I know a lot of us don't do a lot of IRL like journeys, but we all spend so much time together, right? And I don't know. I just was like, yo, I want to share with my friends. I think we could share my
Dude, you guys
friends.
should do it in the metaverse now.
Bro, I got.
Oh, I'm ready. I have a venue ready
Oh
for
shit!
you.
My phone's dying. No, I'm just playing. An on cyber one, like this is just jokes that I seen.
Yeah,
I seen someone do it in Decentraland.
dude, you should get Jace's Lux Pod. That's a perfect spot right there.
Oh my god!
No joke. I'm ready. I have a wedding reception venue and on cyber already. I did one for another community friend. But yeah, I'll deck it out. It's so geeky, but it's so fun. I have champagne glasses and everything.
I bet you have it decked out, Rose. I've seen what you can do on Cyberpod. Like the possibilities are
Yeah,
endless.
it's an indoor garden feel inside and on cyber, and I designed it so when you walk one way, you have certain vibes. You walk the opposite way, it's a different vibe. But no, I would maybe start from scratch for the both of you. But yes, congratulations! It made my heart so happy to see, and for the fact that you shared the picture and story too, just cherry on top. Like all is well. All is well in the world.
I appreciate you guys.
Man, when Rose speaks, I feel like I need to be a better person. I
You
don't
know,
know.
my biggest fear in like Web3 is disappointing Rose and Anya. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, I've literally messaged Rose before, and I was like, "Hey, is this sound all right? Like, I don't want to disappoint y'all. Like, they're like the two. Like, if you disappoint Rose and Anya, like, you should feel bad about what you did, right? Like, when when people leave the group chat, like I always make sure like they hit me up and they're like, "Hey, can I get back in the group chat?" And I go, "Yep." You just have to like shoot a message out to Rose and like apologize for like giving her the mini heart attack when she sees people leave, because she really cares about us like family. Like, it's very clear, like, we're like family. So she hates to see us split up. So yeah. What's up, Kiro?
Yo, what's up? Congratulations to you and little Shawty. Very, very Shawty. Yeah, very happy to see that you guys have tied the proverbial pre-knot, I guess. I don't know. What is yeah.
I don't know the words for everything. I had one of our friends retweet us, and he's a good friend too, like a DJ buddy, and he said like congrats on getting married. Like, he actually thought we got married up there. So I don't know the process of things. Like, I don't know what's next, right? I guess we're doing a brunch on Saturday. Like, my planning stage is done, right? The rest is on her. Like, can somebody help me out here? Like, what's
You should buy her a DNA. You should buy her a DNA Murakami Air Force One.
Oh no, she literally was. We were in the hot tub last night here at this spot, and she was kind of coming to realization. Like, wait, you can get a vial for like 4.5 ETH, and it comes with an animus egg, and I get to bring a whole new clone that nobody's ever seen into the world. She goes, well, why wouldn't you do that? And I'm like, well, because the floor is like 2-3 ETH. And she goes, so what? Like, if you get an ugly clone, you just hold it until the floor comes up to where you bought the vial at, and you're good to go. You're in the positive. And I'm like, exactly.
Dude, big brain moves. Big brain moves.
Big brain moves.
I love that fucking mixer for some reason.
Yo, Demi, I started talking to Road. I'm gonna get the other person's email to do the sponsorship thing. So I'm gonna tell you how that works out, bro, so you can do that too. Cause I think we need to get a little bit more serious. I noticed that we have the most serious community in this space right now. We actually have a guy that put together a space, decided to make it real, get a real account going, get a real Discord going, and like, bro, I've been looking at everything today, and yo, creators, especially the artifact creators and the Zuki creators, are gonna fucking take over soon, because no one else does anything. Like, literally.
This is facts.
Bro, and I have like a lot of Bored Ape friends, but all the Bored Ape friends that I have, they all have clones, and they're the ones doing shit. It's like, it's fucking crazy, bro. It's so crazy.
Guys, I appreciate you all. I love you all. I have to go get ready. We're about to go out to dinner. Much love. Have fun in here. I'll check in a little bit later. Demi's got a space at 8. Let's support Alpha Vibes tonight at 8. And I'll check in a little bit, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for holding it down.
Better compound.
Thanks for holding it down, Kiro and Demi.
Congrats to you guys.
Sure,
bro.
we got
You made us proud, bro.
Have
you
fun.
made a commitment that wasn't a clone, and we appreciate that.
Shout out to compound one time.
Let's go, Cormac!
Love you guys.
Woo, 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 woo.
Let's go. All right, now compound needs to get her a DNA. Like, actually. Thoughts?
Yeah, probably like a drip demon. That'd be pretty cool.
I think they really should go for that vial. You know, like we were talking about it earlier in the chat. You know, get the vial, wait for the baby to come out, and then reveal the vial and the baby at the same time. And the baby gets a pet with the animus. So
Wait, what baby? What baby are we talking about, Tebby?
Oh, they don't have a baby yet, but they will at some point. So I think they should get the vial now. And then when they bring that baby into the real baby into the world, then they open the vial. So now the baby and the clone are linked, and then they get the animus, so the kid has a pet.
I love this. So give the baby an NFC chip, and it's linked to the vial as well.
Exactly, right. And then the baby gets the animus. And so now they don't have to go, because, you know, at some point that baby is no longer going to be a baby and they're going to want a pet of some sort. They're like, nah, you don't need a real life IRL pet. You get this animus and you have Flash. So, That's all you
They
need.
have a dog too, so yeah.
Yeah, I got something on top of that. What if you also give him a space pod so he has a place to live?
Ooh, yeah.
Might as
You
well
gotta
go
have that.
get Exodus pod or whatever.
The
Just
exopod, yeah.
Exopod. Yeah.
But they left too soon. I hope this is recorded so they can go back and hear. Oh no, it's not even recorded.
Nope. This is a
But
bad
that's
take. All caps.
Ah,
good
Unrecorded,
thing it's
unhinged.
not. It'd be funny though if we start congratulating them on the baby because you heard about the baby.
Yo, I think that's the new copy pasta. Encourage them to get
we
the
totally
vial
should.
with the baby. Oh man, we're in trouble.
Somebody should copy pasta that, like do the edit, and then we can all copy pasta it starting tomorrow.
Oh man, so I have everyone's files on my computer just about now. I'm getting like the clothing stuff ready. I'm trying to like make a couple hats and a couple different t-shirts and sweaters and stuff, and then bad take family photo for the banners and stuff soon.
I just realized that I don't think I sent. Yeah, it's not. I don't think I know. I haven't sent you my how do you? You haven't sent you my files, so I'm not even in that family picture.
Oh, that's the thing is I got a spreadsheet now. I'm gonna upload it to Bad Take, because what I was gonna do was prepare everyone's VRM with like two different options, like a top and bottom combo. So we have our uniforms with our swords and the jacket, and then the other one was going to be like either a shirt and t-shirt or I've been messing with Marvelous Designer, so I'm like trying to get a different couple of clothing combos together because Compound mentioned he had some interest in trying to put together either like NFTs for the stuff for us or like some sort of pass that gives access to it. So we'll figure that out soon.
How do you have time to also do Marvelous Designer? Sorry.
Time is irrelevant if you stay up 20 hours a day.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
20 hours a day. Wait, Kuro, how many phones do you have? Like actually?
I have 4 on my desk right now. Some of them
Are they all like with SIM cards or just all Wi-Fi?
No. So one is Wi-Fi, and then the other 3 are SIM card. They're eSIMs. They're not like physical SIM cards. So there's Telegram has a service called Ton Mobile, and what you can do with Ton Mobile is use your original like Telegram account on your phone number, and you can get like eSIM packages, and then you just attach the eSIM package to like whatever phone without a SIM card inside of it.
I just don't understand how you're in so many spaces co-hosting all at once, dude. You're like that one picture of that guy playing Pokemon Go and he has like that bike and like 10,000 phones next to him. That's like Kuro's setup right there.
Yeah, bro. If it wasn't for you, I actually would have a pretty garbage setup. Bro, this tabletop is extraordinary. And I figured out how to like keep it from snapping because I snapped the first one. You gotta put like particle board underneath where the clamps are on both sides so that it evens out the pressure of the monitor arms.
Yeah. I just got a monitor arm right now and I think my right side's heavier than the left, so my desk is like a Lindman desk from IKEA. I need to get like a sturdier desk.
Bro, I'm using the Lindman right now.
Yeah. It's solid, right?
Yeah, it's solid, bro. You just have to add wood in between the clamp and the desk so that it spreads out the weight distribution on that corner. Otherwise, it snaps. Because the first one I got, it snapped because I put the monitors up on the monitor arms and it snapped the desk on the corner where I put it. But now it hasn't snapped and it's been like 2 weeks.
That's our setup. It's fire. I also like your Stream Deck. Stream Deck is lit. Has everyone forged yet?
No,
The Air Force Ones?
no, I haven't. I did
No.
3, and then I need to do like another 7. But I'm like trying to see if I can flip 1 or 2 of them to get like something better. I have a lot of the Genesis ones. That's why.
Genesis ones are growing on me, man. But I said this on the Alpha Vibe space I hosted about the foraging event. I think the undeads look so fucking clean, dude. The undeads is super fire, and that'll probably be my number 3 pick. Obviously, the DNAs and the drips as 1, 2, and then undeads, and I'll probably go for Genesis as number 4. But that's not like it's not a good plan, or it's actually a pretty good plan. Just holding one on ice and waiting to the forge, like kind of gets closer to see if there's any price action. Last minute people are going to FOMO.
Bro, I seen like somebody swept a bunch of them the other day. Very impressed with that person's conviction.
Yeah, I finally got through forging. Was it? Yeah, yesterday I think that I either yesterday. No, what is today? I forget what we're Wednesday, Thursday. So I forged today.
Thursday.
Yeah, I forged last night into this morning. Time is irrelevant, as Kura says at this point. But yeah, so that was like such a smooth process. I love the free T-shirt that they gave us. Like that's pretty epic. So I got to pick different sizes, and so my kids are getting extra shirts because I'm not gonna wear 10 shirts right by myself. So people a couple of people will get like a nice gift out of it, and then I have just extra shirts, which is cool. So I thought that was a nice touch.
It was. I mean, we didn't expect anything, right? I would have been completely pissed if we were in the checkout section. It's like, you can mint this shirt for 0.1 ETH if you want to. I was like, no,
Nah,
Artifact, don't do this to us.
they're not gonna do that. But yeah, it was super nice because like they didn't even tell us they were doing this, right? Like there's nothing written anywhere. There's no announcement, no leaks, nothing, right? So it's whoever was the first person to go and forge, right? And then people started posting like, "Hey, there's a free shirt." But yeah, if you didn't know and you went to forge and that was there, like how cool, how nice of a surprise is that? I found out because my buddy forged first. And he's like, "Did you know you're getting a shirt?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "They're giving you a free shirt." I was like, "What?" And he sent me the pictures, and I saw the design. I was like, "Oh my god, like that is pretty
Looks
epic."
so sick. Dude, would have
Yeah,
been even more epic if they actually gave us a digital too that we can actually link, but I'm not going to complain. Free shirt with Artifact and all the Air Force Ones in the back of it. Complete fire. I love
yeah.
it.
I mean, it's a super nice way to commemorate like the event, right? Like, if you forge one of these and you get the shirt, like you're always gonna remember this. Like, it's almost like a POAP if you think about it, right? Like you're getting a IRL POAP for taking part in the Forge event, which is super cool.
Ever since the foraging event, I've actually been on OpenSea just looking at more shoes. I'm like, which one do we want to get? Is it just me? Because I only have one pair of drips, right? So I'm just looking. I'm like, all right, I caught the CRLs because Pranksy kind of floored all of his for like really cheap. I think I picked up a pair of blackout size 9.5 for 0.18. That's really cheap. Considering May 1st is going to be the foraging event for the CRLs, I think that's going to have a similar price action to what happened with the Air Force Ones. I think they'll pump a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been trying to decide if I bought a few DNAs, right? So I really don't. My problem right now, and this is 100% first world problems. My problem right now is I have all the DNAs that I wanted, except for undead. Well, anything that's like crazy out of range. So I don't have the DNA Murakami. I don't have the undead, and I don't have the alien, which they're again too far out of reach. So I'm not even gonna reach for that. but now I'm looking at the demon, which I was fudding for a while, but now it looks really, really good. The animation sold me on it, and I'm trying to decide if I really want one because I already have the Genesis pair, but then the stitching on the demon looks amazing, like the red stitching around and that contrast between the smooth leather and the scaly leather. It looks really nice, but I already have 6 pairs for myself of all of the other DNAs. And it's like, do I really need another one? Can I
Can you
justify?
afford it?
Yeah, but that's actually not the point for me right now. It's, do I need the 6 pair of shoe? Like,
What
oh,
is history?
the 7th pair of shoe. Like, that's the thing. It's like, do I really need this?
I
I
mean,
mean,
you don't
did you need the
typically
six pack?
need anything. You
Yeah,
typically
exactly.
don't need anything. You don't need any of these Air Force Ones. This is not a necessity.
But I mean, if you have 6 by now, like this is like the current hype cycle, right? Like, there's eggs still coming up, and who knows what's gonna happen with Gasai? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's like so when I pick the DNAs that I'm getting, like there's the thought process was really like, okay, obviously I want to keep some of these, like the reptile, for example, to me is like grail. Like, I'm probably gonna wear it around the house just to feel like I'm wearing it, and I might take it to my brother's house and wear it in his house and be like, hey, look at these, super cool, or something goofy like that, right? But like, those are not shoes I'm gonna wear. They're gonna be displayed, and I'm gonna be super proud of them. Then the Genesis, I'm also thinking I'm probably not gonna wear those because it's the Genesis pair. Everything else will be, it's gonna fair game. Like the human, I'm gonna wear for sure. Like the angel, I'm gonna be nice to them, but I'm probably gonna wear them on occasion. The robot's definitely gonna get worn, but there's a couple of them that are gonna be just like on ice for this is 40. Again, it's a quote unquote like a trophy or a collector's item that I don't want to damage, right? But then when I think of it that way, it's like, yeah, I have enough pairs that I'm going to wear day to day, and a couple that I'm going to just look at, that I am having a hard time trying to justify picking up the demon, even though I really like it now. So, but anyways, that's me rambling on and the thought process, and just again, first world problems here, which is kind of funny and crazy at the same time.
No, I appreciate that. 6 pairs. You can't have enough pairs, man. You can't have enough pairs, especially these Air Force Ones. But my rule of thumb is always threes. The rule of threes always when it comes to NFTs. When to rock, when to stock, when to flip. That's the golden rule. We have Dre Millie. Dre Millie, what's good?
Bro, I'm so tired, man.
You sound tired, G. How's the flight?
Life is good. Life is beautiful as always, but this bro, I'm tired.
Did you sleep on the plane? Not really.
A little bit. I had a row to myself. So I tried to stretch out and get my toes in the hallways or in the pathways, but it didn't work. But a little bit. But this man, Mero had me running through the city like a city boys. Like we out here. It was super fun.
How many posters have you seen so far since you were out there?
Tons. They everywhere for real. It's wild because it's like they in the alleyway that's leading to Meryl's flat. They're everywhere in Tokyo, like all around, like close to like the Jordan store in Tokyo. It's just super dope. And every time I'm walking by them and I get some content of them, it's somebody else who's doing the same thing. So they catching a lot of attention. It's just wild, man.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, yeah, how are people reacting to the stuff, right? And it sounds like it's going pretty well. I was obviously looking at your story earlier, and just, man, feeling some type of way. Like, kind of wish I could have gone, but it's the more I see you guys flying out to Tokyo and people are posting content about what's going on out there and Japan in general. I just really feel like at some point later this year, early next year, I'm gonna have to go. It looks amazing.
It's a must. It is a must. I put it on my bucket list for this year secretly, but I did not know I would be here this quick. And I'm honestly I'm ready. I could live out here, man. I'm ready to get some property. I'm ready to I'm ready to start a new life. Like this stuff is it's something about the energy here, the synergy here, right? It's so many creative people. Like Meryl took me to this NFT art show yesterday, and everybody is so forward thinking when it comes to the technology and NFTs and Web3 period. So there's so many creators, there's so many artists, and artists in every sense of the word. And it's just like welcomed here. Like the next phase and the transition of that sector is so arms open, welcome here. So it's a lot different from even LA, right? Like LA, it's people that you come across who are doing next level things, but just the amount of people who are here who want to participate and who's happy to participate and you know pushing the narrative forward is crazy. It's dope. So yeah,
No, it's dope. As a real dude, Japan has crazy culture. It's super clean. Uh, they're super fashion forward too. I know like there's a bunch of like consignment stores where you can come up on vintage cameras, vintage Rolexes, vintage clothes. It's like they take their fashion there super seriously, and everyone's always dripped
yeah,
out. Even when you go to the
everyone.
subways, like head to toe, dude.
You see grandmothers out here like stunting, like, damn, granny. All right, I like I see that. I like that. Like it's fire.
When you see them with their Air Maxes, the grannies, bro, and you see how fire they're, yo, bro. One of these guys that works with Kuro Comics, he lives in Japan. He lives in Shiba, and the granny was wearing the Seal Air Maxes, bro. Like she's wearing $1,200 Air Maxes in the middle of the road, bro.
It's crazy.
Yo,
I saw a
yo.
dude like a super old dude. Well, maybe not super old. It's kind of disrespectful. But I saw an older gentleman wearing like these Comme des Garçons Jordan Air Jordan ones, and they like super limited, right? And I was talking to Meryl as I'm looking at dude. I just stopped talking, stopped walking. I'm like, damn, like it's crazy. And he had a full like laid out fit um that he was stunned with. And I was like, bro, those are so limited. Those are some of the most limited Jordans you can get. And he just rocking them and killing it with the swag. Like, yo, this place is magical, man. I'm sitting here staring, looking out the window now. I'm the dude who you look up in the hotel window and see a big naked motherfucker. That's me. Sitting here staring at people like walking down the street. It's crazy.
How long are you out there, Dre?
I'll come back on the 4th of May. Let the 4th be with me.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be. So you're yeah, okay. So you're gonna be there, man. You gotta post while you're out there at the event, like some
Oh,
live stuff. Like you gotta post. I know you will, but
yeah,
so I'm just kind of preaching to the choir right now. But I'm just saying, in case you're getting lost in the fun and kind of forgetting about this, I'm just reminding you now. I want to make sure my voice is out there, with you, just reminding you, hey, oh, I gotta break out the phone and take at least a couple of pictures.
I know for sure. I got you. I always got my wife's voice in my head anyway. Like, you should be getting content. You need some more content. It's
Yo,
just,
dude,
you can never get enough for real.
I just posted some pictures in Japan when I went in 2016. Dude, the Yoshinoya there is goaded, dude. Yoshinoya there is like a sit down restaurant, super fire. I was in Shinjuku and load up on those Kit Kats, dude. The Kit Kats are the alpha.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta go through and do like a snack sweep one of these days. But one of the things is that's speaking of food, because everything is so meat heavy here. Like Meryl and I was having difficulty finding me like a vegan ramen place. We ended up finding one later after everything at the end of the night last night, but it's so hard to find food that does not have meat, like a meat base or meat included, or you know what I'm saying. And it's the language barrier is so heavy. Like I'm definitely a foreigner here, Google
Yeah,
Translate helps me, and it does what it can do, but it's still like every time I'm sitting down to eat, I'm like rolling the dice to see like if my stomach's gonna do backflips when I get done.
yeah. You should hit up the Sujita Fish Market if you fuck with sushi. That's like probably one of the dopest places to go to. It's like the sushi's so fresh that when you put the soy sauce on it, it like legit bounces off.
I don't know what that means.
Sujita Fish Market.
Now the soy
It's
sauce bouncing off this like is the food like skirting away from the.
no, because like the fish is so fresh that like it just the soy sauce just bounces off the fucking the meat.
Yeah, I still
It's
don't
in
know what
like
that means.
salt water.
That's wild.
It's some next level Japan shit basically.
I'm definitely about the next level Japan shit, so I'm about it. Let's do it. I got to get up and shoot out to Shibuya now. For real.
Wait, where in Japan are you at right now?
Azabazabu. Azabajabu. If anybody can translate that, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm staying. I heard it's the rich part of Tokyo. Like I guess a lot of wealthy and politicians and um people like that stay here. And that's the wild thing about it. Everybody's integrated, right? Like if you go to LA, you know where you are when you're in a wealthy area. You know where you are when you're not in a non-wealthy area. Here it's like everybody's integrated in the same area. And from what I've heard, the only way you know someone has like wealth is how they're dressed. If they are draped out in like name brand clothing or certain types of articles of clothes or that type of nature, then you know that they have wealth. Other than that, everybody's like integrating the same area, which I thought was interesting too. But I want to say, and I got to say, shout out to my man Compound, bro. Like I knew he was going to pop the question. I'm so proud of that dude, bro. And he looks so happy in the video, man. I love seeing love like that. Shout out to him and Lil Shaw, man. I'm happy for both of y'all. I can't wait to have a clone wedding.
Yeah, I think they went out to dinner, so he's just here in spirit with us.
It's always here in spirit. I really wonder if he want me to officiate this wedding for real, bro. Because I'll do it. If you want to do it, I'll do it.
We're talking about a metaverse wedding too on Cyber with
On
using
cyber
Jace's luck
wedding.
spot. Using
Nah, that's
Jace's luck
fire.
spot.
That'll be fire, man. These are the first two clones I know to get married. I think this is monumentous in nature. We should definitely trick it out as much as we possibly can. I'm happy for my guy. I know he was excited to do this, man, and he told me he was going to do it and showed me the crazy ring that he got her, the fire ass ring he got her. So I know this is the reason why he didn't come to Japan in the first place. So I'm happy for him, man. I know he's happy about this.
You be back to 1 out of 1.
It's a fact. I'm so jet lagged, man. I woke up at 6 in the morning out here and ended up going back to sleep. 10 now.
What
11.
what's the time difference? It's like 16 hours, right?
Yeah, something like that. Something
Yeah, 'cause
crazy.
I know Japan's close to the Philippines, so it's like roughly the same time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be feeling what you're feeling later here in a few months because I'll be in the Philippines in August. So that time difference is gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a beast. But I'm excited.
All right, that's right. Tevi, your wife's Filipino, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
That's gonna
go,
be
Filipino gang. What's your favorite Filipino dish, Tevi?
And I'm gonna have to go with lumpia. Like, so she's half Filipino, right? But her mom obviously full blooded. So I love pancit. I love lumpia. You just can't go wrong with those. Adobo chicken, man, is fire. Um, man, yeah. I think those are probably my favorites. But I'm also excited to actually when we go there, right? Like, there's gonna be some cool stuff. I'm sure that I'm not used to. But the whole what is it? What is the chicken? And like, is it balut?
Yeah, below. Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say like, what's something that you're actually down to try? Are you like an adventurous
Nah,
eater?
I don't think I'm ready for that, man. Like, I don't think I'm ready for it. But there's that she's like, oh, maybe you should consider trying it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really know. And there's like one other thing, but I can't remember the name of it. Um,
Is
it's
it
like,
the dish that's cooked in pork blood?
yeah, that one. She talked about that too. And then there's the purple ice cream thing. Um,
Oh yeah, it's ube. It's like sweet
Ube,
yams.
yeah,
That
yeah.
one's actually really good. That's really good.
So
That's not
that
really
I'm
too weird.
interested in trying. Like, I think I'm gonna try that. Um, but like the other stuff, I'm just like, that might be a little too exotic for me. Um,
You
but
could do
yeah,
the balut, bro. I've done balut multiple times back when I ate
yeah.
chicken.
Oof, man, you
Yeah,
are
props to
adventurous.
Dre. Props to Dre.
Yeah,
A lot of people won't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
it's next level, but you can do it. I believe in you. They say it's a aphrodisiac, gets you strong like bull.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think I might have to do without it.
It's like one of those things they serve at the bar too. So when you go to the bars in Philippines, they have that on deck just because you're just drunk and you're like, all right, I'll just try it just because it's already here.
That's the wildest place to ever get it, though. Why, like at the bar? Like, let me get a double shot and a balut.
But no, but straight up in the Philippines, like that's like they call it bar food.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Like, we're staying at this resort for like a week. I think it's. I'm gonna have to go ask her. I don't want to run upstairs, but yeah. Anyway, it's like, I think it's Plantation Bay or something like that, or give me 1 second. Let me run upstairs and ask her. Actually, maybe I'll just text her, save myself some steps. I'll come back in a sec.
Get those steps in, Tevington. Don't cheat yourself.
Man, I'm jealous. You're in Japan right now. You're about to see the geisha event live, and you're gonna go to Shinjuku Crossing to see the billboard live too. Woo!
Yeah, man. I think I might do it today for real. 'Cause I think everybody else got an agenda what they got to do today. I know we got to go check out the venue for the event. So yeah, I'm free. I'm free balling today. We did so much stuff yesterday. We walked so long, so many places. Walked like 3 or 4 miles.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, the subway system they have in Japan is fucking legit.
No, it definitely is for real. I got lost like coming off the plane, like lost for like hours, but learn it taught me how to get around after I got lost. So I think I'm pretty good at it now.
Yeah, the taxis is straight robbery. Don't even mess with the taxis.
That's what everybody says. Yeah, I don't plan on it, but no, the subways, the transit system is so clean and everybody's
So clean.
respectful. It's crazy. It's
It's
like,
night and day compared to New York, dude.
yeah, man. New York was nuts, bro. Like the homie legit kicked a rat across the station in New York. Like
Did you
so.
see any rats in the subway in Japan?
Haven't seen any trash anywhere in Japan. They don't have trash cans on the ground, right? Like that's one thing I noticed too. And they said that they removed all the trash can bins from back when they had the Olympics because they were getting like bomb threats of people saying they was going to put bombs in trash. So they just took all the trash cans out from outside, and they haven't had them since. So if you get something to drink or something like that, you have to walk around carrying a cup and go into like a convenience store and throw it away. But there's no trash anywhere. Like it's extremely clean for a lot of people as many people to be here as there is. For real. So no trash, no rats. Like it's not hot. Well, maybe not yet, but it's not hot and sweaty and stinky in the transit systems, and it's super clean.
Yeah, I know that footage you posted when you were walking on that trail at the shrine. And actually, honestly, like all the footage I've seen of like when people are in Japan, like it's always, yeah, it always looks so clean, and like the nice balance between like nature and city life. Like, I don't know, like it. I love the idea of Japan. I love everything I see about it. I love anime, so I've been definitely attracted to that side of the world for forever. Just I've never been, but it's definitely on my to do.
Man, you're gonna want to move, especially for all of those reasons you just listed right there, right? Because LA is so city, you don't really get to see a lot of trees or grass or green or anything like that. But it's trees everywhere here. Like walking in that shrine, it was amazing, like an emotional experience. I got to actually sit there and pray for real. And I couldn't record that because they don't like people to take pictures of that part of it. But you throw some money into the shrine and you bow twice and then you clap twice and then you bow twice, bow one more time, and you pray and give thanks. And it's like a highly emotional area, right? Like you can just feel the energy that's back there and the heritage that comes along with it all and the serenity of walking through the trees. Like it was amazing. That's one of the best times yesterday that I had, to be honest, best experiences. But I love the integration of it both, right? Having a city life, but having trees and stuff around too, because it gives you that feeling, like the energy of something being alive, right? It's different than you all around like steel and bricks and stuff all the time. So it's definitely in a different place here. You would love it, man. There's so many people who are in the anime. Like that's the one thing that Mira was telling me. It's a creator's place because most of the people who live there are into anime and they're animators and they want to create on that level. So yeah, once you come out here, have your bags packed because you're not gonna want to go back home.
Yeah, I expect that. That's probably gonna happen. So yeah, man. Like I'm excited. Like I said, I'm super pumped and love the fact that you're kind of taking us along with you to some extent, and everybody else that's out there right now, and and sharing that. So keep it coming. I'm excited for this weekend and what you guys are gonna be honestly experiencing firsthand. Like you have no idea how excited I am for all of you guys who got to go, because I know this one's gonna be special, and you know, so
It's a
it's
point.
cool.
If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's not a shield. It's just where I put all my content at. Because I feel kind of weird posting tons of videos on Twitter like that. But yeah, I posted everything that I'm doing content wise visually on my Instagram, so you can just jump in my stories and follow that. And that was the point, honestly, of me being out here. I wanted it to be somebody who came from the family that can go back and give like the crew the first point of view so they can be here and experience it with me. Like we all doing this together. It's not necessarily about just me. It's like us being able to have this. And that's what I said to Kaz in the first place. And I'm curious to hear Kaz's side of things too. What's good, Kaz?
Cass, what's good?
So I had a message to pass on real quick because I jumped on the spaces. My wife heard Dre and she was like, "Why are you nerds out here sitting on Twitter when you're in Japan? You should be doing cool shit and not being a nerd in your hotel room on Twitter spaces." So Dre, that's the message for you, and I guess for me since I'm also on Twitter spaces right now.
I don't know how to not be a nerd, okay? This is who I am. Accept me, okay? Jeez.
Say that to my
She's
face.
not accepting you. She's just laughing at you right now. So apologies.
No, I love that she's just in the background just cracking up. But that's proper. You can tell she's owning up to it. She's like, yeah, tell him.
Look, I gotta agree with Dre. This is first time for me being in Japan, so it's like just soaking in everything, and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's one of those things where I hope everybody gets a chance to experience life and travel and see different things, especially places that you want to go visit. And so I'm gonna be jumping off here in a second. I think Tommy's about to roast me too, so
Yeah, I'm
I
about to
gotta go
roast
before
you. I'm like,
he.
why are
Oh,
you on Twitter space? Let's go eat or something, man. You're like 10 minutes away from me, walking distance.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go back outside, walk around, take some
Come to
pictures,
Ginza.
live
Come
life.
to like the busy area.
You said the busy area, dude. So this is one thing that messes me up. There's a lot of stuff going on at all times, but it's really quiet. Like I don't know what it is. Nah, it's real. It's like New York, loud as shit. LA, loud as
But
shit. But here, there's like so much stuff, and it's not that loud.
come through, man. Me and Tommy about to go grab something. I'll text you. Where are you, Dre?
And Cass, I have something quick for you. I think you should take a book out of Dre's page, and McDonald's is not what we want to see. Just want to put it out there for you.
yo, did you get McDonald's, bro?
No, I walked by it. I took a picture and I thought it was funny. So I was like, I got to do this just for the
But
American
do
troll.
get one meal from McDonald's though. It's different from the state. So I'm just saying.
I was gonna do that, and Meryl roasted me too. He roasted me for
Man,
that. That was gonna be my first joke meal. Like, oh, I'm in Tokyo. I'm gonna get McDonald's to eat. And
Don't do it. Don't do it.
he roasted me.
all right. But I'm just saying hi to everybody. I'm gonna go out and do fun stuff now.
What are you going? What are you about to do, Tommy? What you
I'll
got on
text
the
you guys. I'll text you
agenda?
guys.
Dude, TripAdvisor is your best friend. That's what I used when I was in Japan. Just go on TripAdvisor, see what's surrounding you, a couple museums, places to eat, consignment shops. Man, you guys can go on a fucking straight up travel binge, man.
Yeah, man, that's the point.
I mean, he's got Maryland and like yeah out there taking him around like that's man. I'm not jealous at all right now. I'm
Yo,
definitely happy for
and
you.
Meryl is the man out here, bro. Like, don't let him fool you. Everybody know him. He goes to all of these parties. Like, it's crazy. He is the guy out here. So I definitely have the one of the best tour guides to have while I'm out here. I'm grateful, man.
Appreciate that. I'm literally getting my bike out right now because I left the house, left my charger, so I walked all the way back, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to take the bike. So yeah, it's fucking lit here, man. Everyone's connected here. Everyone's welcome. There is no borders. So connect.
Hey, well, Meryl, I'm gonna put in a formal request for you to take Dre and I to some places to go shopping because I got all this yen and I don't know where to spend it. It's not gonna go to McDonald's, so show me the goods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Yo,
gotta go.
What you
Cass,
looking for?
I gotta get a
Anything.
shrimp burger.
you trying to hit up some boutiques, Cass, or what?
I'm down. I'm all. You said consignment shop, and I was like, dude, I was like, that sounds like the move. So many clothes and different like fashion things I'd love to pick up while I'm out here. But
You should hit up the Wisdom store. You should hit up Neighborhood, W Taps, like all the Japanese brands. They go stupid over there.
Bro, we was walking through Harajuku yesterday, so we hit up and walked past some of those like consignment stores. We went into the Nike store, right? And I went looking for those pennies that released last night. I thought maybe they had them early. And they was like, no, we don't have them. We didn't get them. And I was like, well, y'all have anything in the store in a size 15 or size 14? He was like, size 14. Oh, nope. No way. And like laughed me out of the store. I'm like, damn, bro. All right, cool. Thanks.
he said this isn't a store for giants. This is a store for normal people.
Get out of here. You're not welcome to. But yo, so many people, man. Like speaking of giants, they treat me like that. Like stopping, taking photos. Like they try to stare at you, and then you look at them, and they act like they're not looking at you. And then as soon as you look away, they looking right back at you. Like it's an experience to say the least. But I'm enjoying myself. It's fun.
Yeah, man, this is dope. I'm definitely gonna be stalking your Instagram, so it's not weird at all. It's just me keeping track of what's going on there.
Was that Snapback that said he has something in store for the Bad Take crew?
Yeah, he did, and he hasn't been on the timeline or anything. I've been waiting, but I know he's gonna come with a fire too. Like, yeah, he's excellent when it comes to between him and I know Cass is like fire with edits, doing video editing and all that stuff. So I'm excited for whatever is about to go down this weekend. Like, it is going to be epic, and this is not me blowing it up. I have no insight, uh, intel on any of this stuff. I just know who's out there and what they're about to talk, what they're going to show us, and how they're going to show us what's happening. So I'm excited for that. I know it's going to be fire. And We're all gonna get FOMO because we should have gone, but we didn't for reason X, Y, and Z. And it's gonna be like, man, next time we gotta just drop whatever and just go, just do it.
No, it's gonna be lit. We definitely got some stuff in the tuck. I like to keep things close to the chest, close to the vest, because that's just my nature. I think people enjoy surprises more than anything else, so I like to just surprise people. But yeah, we definitely got some stuff planned to execute on. And like you said, we got two of the best people who do those type of content creations and recaps here. So you guys can just assume how fire is about to be.
Yo, Dre.
Yo, subscribe.
Yo, I got a whole bunch of shoes that I bought recently, like 5 of them. That's still a lot to me. I don't give a fuck, bro. But anyways, why is these shoe groups not talking about this? I try to talk to my cousins about it, and they're like mad dogging me. Like they're like, yo, like that ain't even hype. I haven't even heard about that. I'm like, yo, these are dope. When you got somebody like me interested in these, maybe you guys want to pay attention. Don't shoot the messenger. Nudge, nudge. But why is shoe groups not talking about this? Why aren't we in Facebook talking to shoe groups?
You know what I've learned is, and I said this before, a lot of people who are in this sector feel well like sneakerheads. They feel like they have to be led more than anything. Somebody has to tell them what's cool. Like they have to have some type of influence from someone else to be like, yo, this is the move to make. And there hasn't been many like in your face influencers who have posted anything about it yet. But once they do, it'll catch fire and it'll be too late then. It's like anything else, right? Like imagine your cousin coming to you telling you about crypto in 2016, 2015. You're gonna be like, man, ain't nobody talking about that. I don't care about that stuff. But then in 2019, 2020, 2020, you're like, damn, how do I get into crypto? It's the hottest thing. But by that time, it's too late. And that's just the
Yo,
same
they
thing.
they
These
talking to me about Nike and Dior collab, and I'm like, that's cool, but about Artifact, bro. I mean, like, this is innovative, bro. This is pretty cool. And you're like, nah. Like them Tiffany's though, I'm like, bro, like I've been hearing about those, but this is where you need to be. I'm telling you.
innovation takes time, man. And the right
It
people who get it,
does.
they'll get it, and then they'll be a part of it, like us, right? The people who can see what's coming up and be in front of the trajectory. You get in front of it and you ride the wave, and other people they just follow after, and that's where we are. So kudos to you for getting 5 pairs of shoes. I know that's mad for you and what you
That's
used to.
Nah,
that's a come up right there.
you hyped me up on those Vanta Black. I'm like, yo, these are the first Vanta Black. Like, you know how innovative that is, bro? Like that's just itself in design. No, I'm not talking about the technology, but in design, that's innovative. Like it's never been done before. I mean, I've seen people like painted on shoes, but it haven't been produced by any company before. I think that's something people need to pay attention to. And then you got, the creative director. You got somebody that worked with Louis Vuitton working on Nike. Like that's exclusive almost. You got these numbers really really low that only a couple thousand can own these. Like, and then the access to this community, like, oh man, I just got me fired up. Like when they started talking to me and like just putting me down. Like I like
It's a good
I
thing
like I
that
mentioned, like this is where I belong. Like I bought my first shoes was some Jordans, and like for a long period of time I stayed away from shoes because I don't have money for like to be a
Yeah.
sneakerhead.
I think he's telling you. I mean, it wouldn't be valuable if everyone wanted it, right? Like, and I think it's like he's not telling me. Well, I don't know if he has to do that, but like he's coming and said, "Okay, we took care of this and that," but the truth is, you took care of that. And I don't know if he's just keeping it quiet, like not trying to run no way vain, or if it's more of a situation where he's trying to make it seem like he's moving it along.
Everybody just listening.
Kura just be always on something else, man.
Yeah.
I love this
Is
guy.
I'm not really sure.
is Crow talking to the bank?
I'm
Is that
not
a
really
bank, Crow?
He made it seem he didn't make it seem. He just said, "Oh, we took care of." I was saying, yo, subscribe. It's honestly a good thing in a bear market. It just means you should accumulate more. And if you really believe in it, then it's honestly better that people don't find out about it, because you can do as much as you can while it's unknown. And once people see the value, which usually people are late on, that's when you'll benefit from it, right? So it's good that people don't see the value and you're in the trenches like everyone else here, and understanding what the true value is before it hits the mainstream.
I mean, you saw. I think I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but like that swoosh also has posters up um, of their kicks, and so that's floating out there, right? So it's gonna start. I would say like this year, probably not, but like the big push is gonna happen next year. Is what I think is how this plays out, because now you'll have product in hands and people can see and feel and touch, versus right now it's still, we are hyped about it because we know where this is going to go in, and or at least we think we do. um, some people know better than others, but we all see the vision. But you can talk, you can tell people how cool this is. It's not going to hit until you know people have something tangible they can touch, right, and see the technology. um, I think it was like, yeah, actually during the creator highlight today was Safa, where he was talking about, like there's the strategy that gets put together, and you can put it on, talk about it and everything, but he comes around, and does the 3D stuff and makes it visible, right? And a lot of people are more visible people than they need to see it to understand what it's about, and that's when it's going to hit. So I was showing the posters to one of my coworkers today, right? And I've been talking to him about Artifact for a while now. I'm like, hey, the tech does this, and there's all these different things, the shoes, blah 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 blah. And he's like, he's always in awe. He's like, yeah, it sounds cool, but he's like, I don't. He's like, I don't. He's like, I don't get it the way you do, so I don't know that I want to invest in it or whatnot. And today, so we're at work. The posters, not Artifact gave us these posters, right? So I'm like, so I've been telling you about the AR stuff and everything. Here's just one small sample of what is happening, right? And so I pull out the phone, I'll work computer, pull up the poster, and then put the filter on. Thing comes to life. His eyes got big. He's like, "Whoa!" Right? He's like, "Whoa! What is this?" I'm like, "That exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell you." And then here's the billboard that is in Japan right now, and Artifact has these posters everywhere, and they're like really pushing this. And then I was talking about that swoosh. He's like, man, I really need to look into this. He's like, this is the future. This is the future. That's what he kept saying. I'm like, and I guess that's the thing, right? It's really about the visual. People, until they see it for themselves or they have a physical item that they can touch and feel, it's just words, you know. So, but anyways, maybe I'm rugged and no one can hear me.
No, I can hear you. No, you're completely
I'm
right,
like,
dude.
oh snap, man, I'm rugged.
No,
But
you're
anyways,
completely right. Because people don't want to adapt to this, and they don't want to go through the trouble of going through MetaMask, so they're gonna end up buying our secondary bags.
Exactly. That's exactly it, bro.
It's really, they really need to come to you. It's nice that like Tevi, like what you did, just kind of planting the seed. Like you don't need to go into depth. Like if they want to know, they'll come to you for information. Like you trying to feed them information, they'll be like just blocking you out, like freaking ignoring you. But if you plant the seed and be like, yo, this is dope, and almost kind of like in a conspiracy way, like, yo, like this exclusive group I'm part of, blah blah blah, and they'll come to you for these information when they're ready. I think like I'm doing that for my family. Like I don't think they want to hear me honestly until they're prepped up for it. Well, when all the marketing and everything happens, like then I'll be like, word vomit, just vomit everything out to them and just explain everything. But right now, like they don't understand, man. It's hard. I can't force feed them, for sure.
Nah, and that's the key, right? Like I think even like even showing your passion goes a long way, right? So like if you're excited about it and you're kind of talking about it here and there and putting in simpler terms, like people eventually they're like, oh, they're interested because they know you and they're interested in what you want to talk about. Like that's essentially what's happening with my coworkers, right? It's like they saw, like I've been talking about crypto and some of them know I have the channel and and whatever. But the point is, when I see something cool, like, hey, I'm like, oh, check this out. Like and then it starts clicking and they hear about and then they see something else and then they come back and we're like, oh, what about, I saw this, what about this? They're like, oh yeah, and then and exactly, you're that kind of like that source of information. And then when people are ready, then they're ready to hear. And that's when you can really sit down, right? But if there's literally no interest and you have nothing physical that you can show them, it's really hard um to get people to even understand like what this is really about.
It's also the
Like,
market, right? Like being in a bear across like even macroeconomics worldwide, right? People are not willing to spend money, so they don't even want to look at it, right? And um, that's where like recessions are where millionaires are made, right? And the value is low, but the people that really understand it um, and also like can afford to be in it, it's very valuable for them, right? So or like us.
Yo, this is so prepped up to be such a luxury goods. Like you think about like Murakami working with Louis Vuitton, and just imagine the chip being on a bag. Like we are so prepped up. Like they don't understand. Like this technology, the marketplace. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, in the litigation with StockX right now, it's getting even worse, right? It's like Nike just took a huge W over the last 24 hours with hitting StockX and having them actually forcibly having to like supply documents and shit like that with authentication. And it's insane what I've been hearing coming out of the StockX thing with them literally stockpiling millions of dollars for the shoes and purposely selling fakes and backdooring all real pairs to literally consignment stores. Like, dude, this is the number one marketplace in the entire world for sneakers to be resold on, right? When every single person that buys off of them realizes every single shoe that they were buying off of them is fake, right? They've literally set up vendor accounts through StockX, and 10 of the biggest vendor accounts are coming straight out of Guangzhou, China, right? What is Guangzhou, China? Is the capital of fake shoes, right? What people don't realize is like, I thought it was 30% going through StockX that was fake. No, it's more like 90% right now, right? And they're selling thousands and thousands and thousands of shoes a day. An average shoe authenticator at StockX has to pass 1,000 pairs of shoes a day just for them to be profitable, right? That's an average of 2 shoes a minute, all shift long. That's impossible, right? So what you're talking about is Nike's brand is getting diluted every single day, right? Massively diluted. When you look at the resale sneakers right now, they're being diluted. It used to be thousands of dollars. Now it's a few $100s on resale, right? This is because almost every single shoe is fake. This is what RFID chips, world merging chips, is going to fix, right? This is how they're going to gain their value back for their company, right? This is how they can basically control the outflow of their shoes by not making them anymore. And by basically saying, no, you're going to buy them, then we'll make the specific amount, right? And then we'll release them as digital versions. And then the way we'll make our money back, instead of them being resold on StockX, we're going to have the marketplace where that digital shoe is now sold out, quote unquote, you got them or you didn't get them. And then the person that got them can then resell them right on Nike, where it's like, okay, I just bought this for 190 bucks. Well, I'm going to flip it on Nike for 500, right? And then that person gets it and he's going to flip it for 525, then 550, then 600, then 650, then 7, and all the way up, Nike's going to get that percentage of royalties, right? And then they'll be like, oh, go ahead and forge it. Right? You think about how many millions of dollars Artifact made off of the resale of these digital Air Force Ones over the last 5 months, and what they're still making, right? As people are getting onboarded, as they're seeing the advertisements and everything like that, right? So the entire sneaker industry as a whole is corrupted. Every single tier 0 account is backdooring to consignment stores. Every single website is being botted. Nike sneakers app is being botted.
the secondary websites that you buy these authentic shoes off of are actually all fake shoes, and they're being the real ones are being stockpiled by StockX to then sell to stores, right? The entire industry is corrupted, and Nike knows it. That's why they're suing them. And when this whole thing does come out, this is the new wave, right? They are going to implement RFID chips and world merging chips into everything so they can control the entire second market of their shoes and then actually garner royalties. This is where they'll be $1 trillion
Yo,
company.
it's not even only Nike. Just think about the partnerships they're gonna partner up with. It's not only Nike. It's other brands, and it's brands that come through Artifact. And Artifact is such a great like entrance door for all these other companies that want to learn how to be part of this.
Well, they're going to be forced onto it, right? I mean, this is why Adidas is joining. This is why Puma is joining. This is why almost every single company is going to go the same way. They just have to implement it in the right way. But Nike's going to be the one to show them how to do it properly.
Yeah, what I was going to add to that, I think, Johnny, you captured it, and this is what we've been talking about for months, right? And why I've been so excited about this whole thing. Like, if you go even beyond the shoes and you just think about the fashion world, and this is near and dear to me because, again, my mom is a fashion designer. That's what she did for years, and now she's retired or whatnot. But you think about every time that you get a contract, whether it's for government or it's for like a normal fashion line for regular people, you take orders, or you produce all these things in all different sizes. You don't really know who's going to buy it. People tell you they want it, and then you make all this stuff. You come out of pocket, you get it all set up, ready to sell, and then contract falls through, or whatever happened, you're left with all this inventory, and now you either have to sell it at a discount, or or you just can't move it, right? So it's just a lot of waste, Like, I don't know how many times my mom landed, like, different, went, did her whole fashion show, had all these people saying, yep, we want this, and they order. But then when it comes down to it, they're like, oh, something changed, whatever it might be. And then now, she's left with all this stuff. But if you think about this, right, with the NFT, you get the digital, people say they want it, and they get the digital item, but you don't have to produce anything until you open the window and people actually forge or redeem or whatever, right? And go through that process. That's when like what is the actual true supply that needs to go out there. Then you can activate, and now you have money in hand, right? Like, people have already paid for this stuff, so you already have the funds, and then you can go and do that. um, so it's clearing up logistical hurdles. It's clearing up all the waste in the system. It's addressing the corruption side of it, where what Johnny was just talking about. It fixes, and it's not. And now I'm just going to go on a rant, but I'm going to make it super short. But when you think about anything that you want to track and authenticate or ensure that it's accurate, and it's accurate, that's where blockchain really comes in and shines through, right? So if you can attach your physical items to your digital ones through blockchain, immutable and unchangeable, you address all that. And take it one step further, right? When we talk about ESG, and that's big right now, and it's going to continue to be big and moving forward. Again, and this technology, like the blockchain technology, like fixes a lot of these things on a logistic front, and just being more green, because you don't produce waste. Like, you're only manufacturing what people actually have paid for and really want, and it allows you to cater better to your customer base, right? And better connect with them, because you know what people want, and you're not wasting any resources. So yeah, I don't think it's just, again, Nike. I think it's just the way that retailers, how anything that has to do with, like, retail is going. It's all going to go
Yeah,
this
that's the
route.
future, but for the primary party. But what does that mean for people like Johnny X, who customizes original shoes or make his own shoes based on the original designs? What does
Yeah.
that mean for Dre Millie or Demi or Pompisha, who resell sneakers? Like, how can we
do the same thing and still give them, Nike and whoever their royalties? Like,
Yeah,
how
but
would that? Here's
what
the thing. Let me quick take a shot at it. Subscribe. And I'll make it quick. But if you think about it, right, Nike or Puma or whoever else, there's only so many creators that they can have on tap working for them directly, right? But there's so many talented people out there in the world. So that's why I think you're seeing those collabs and, like these type of things where they're like they have creator challenges because they want to find that talent that's out there, people who have been doing it, and allow them share in that knowledge and those skills, right? And expand the brand without necessarily like where everybody wins. So I think this model actually works better in my opinion because you can tap into the talent worldwide, but you don't have to have them on the payroll. And it's really more, if it hits and it's fired, then we both eat. And if it's not, then we're not, this is the one collab and we're done, right? So I think this model is again the creator economy is a much better model than what they had till until today, recently, which is we hire all these people and they're pumping out the same thing over and over and over. Now you can go much broader, decentralized, get all that talent, all those people, and find the person that's in the middle of nowhere that always wanted to collab with Nike and super talented, right? And now they can lend that collab. They're happy. Nike's happy because they're reaching a brand new audience, or whoever else, like insert big brand name. But you're tapping into the talent worldwide, and you can offer an even wider variety of products. So, anyways, I said I would make it quick. So subscribe. Sorry, go ahead.
So here's the thing. I've been talking about this. Like, how can Artifact, in a sense, make multiple, but still people love it because it's the Genesis, and they'll keep buying, and it doesn't matter the amount, whether it's limited or not. Here's an idea. Like, what if they make a plain white Artifact Nike shoe? Now you got a whole bunch of creatives that can draw on it, and in a sense it's chipped, so it's real Nike. And it'll be dope if Artifact can shout them out and be like, yo, like, this is what this person done with our Artifact shoe. Go ahead, Tevi.
Yeah, I was gonna say they already did that, um, and it's what people are sleeping on right now. That's the Crypto Kick, the Dunk Genesis, and the Vial system. That's what that whole patent is about. It's they've if you will go and read the patent, they've laid it out. It's clear
Why
as
do you think
day,
I went
right?
so hard?
Like those vials, that's the creators. That is their ticket that is the community's ticket to being able to put their own designs out there on that silhouette. And so as we move forward, like right now it's just a one silhouette, but they will more than you heard Artifact, Zapsio, and Clegg say they would like to release their own unique Artifact silhouette. So again, that technology with the vials, nothing is stopping them from doing that. And down the road, you can have different collabs, and the artists, the creators, will be able to have the ability to set how many of X design they're going to put out there. It can be, a small quantity, or it could be a large quantity, right? But you have the same base shoe, and what's different is the design. And then again, depending on how popular this is and how well it's hitting, then you can go to production. And again, it eliminates the waste of, we don't know if there's really a big target for, I don't know, like the Dremel, skin or design, but we're gonna see how is it trading, how it's selling, reselling. If it's hitting and people really want it, then now okay, then put it into production. So that the crypto dunks and the vial system is exactly what we're talking about, and people are like, oh, how's this gonna work? It's out there. It's been, I guess, if you guys go and read these patents, it is spelled out black on white. This is why I'm so bullish on Artifact, and people want to let these assets go for like dirt cheap. Man, please, thank you. Let's
So what does it say in the
dump it.
patents? Like, can you give us some examples?
So the dunks is just one example where it's like it talked about like, yeah, like people will be able to create their own design, and and actually go back and watch the original video that they released, and they talk about the evolutions and all these different things, and they show you like multiple different designs. They actually say the word community driven designs for these vials. The 8 DNAs are just a start, so it's called that out there. But if you read the patent, they talk about breeding, they talk about mixing, and they even explain the what I just talked about, which is the creator will be able to define the supply, the quantity for that specific design. If you look at switching topics a little bit, if you look at the CryptoKicks IRL patent, there it talks about connectivity, and it gives example of connectivity with your vehicle, connectivity with your smart devices in general. And so it's the CRL is more advanced than people realize that it's going to be, based on the capabilities that they're rolling out, and it's software driven, right? So what it comes up with originally, the app and everything, can be iterated upon, right? So it's not just one and done. This is something that they can build upon and grow and continue to make better.
Well, that's exactly what that's
So
what the CryptoKick IRLs are, right? They're beta for the CryptoDunks, right? It's like
yes,
the Bluetooth connectivity, the in real life quests, the all of this. It's going to be implemented into the CryptoDunk. The digital flexible screens just isn't there yet, but that's when the future is, right? That's why it's so crazy. I think the CryptoDunks are like $200 right now. When that shoe is going to turn into 10,000 shoes or unlimited amounts of shoes, right? And then there's only going to be 20,000. Like Nike's very strategic in where they're letting the dunk die down right now, right? In 2 or 3 years when they're ready for this dunk. And it's got Nike swooshes on both sides, right? It's not an artifact on one side. It's Nike on both sides with artifact hints. This shoe is legendary, fucking legendary. It's going to be probably one of the most legendary shoes to ever drop. And it's sitting at $200 because people know they're probably going to have to pay a
Tell them
fortune
down
price
there,
for it.
bro. Like, let us accumulate, bro. Don't tell them.
well, they don't. The thing is, people don't even realize. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are so focused on the here and now, and what can I flip here and get this right now, which is cool, right? But again, if there's gotta be, no, actually, do whatever you want. I'm just saying, for me, I like to think longer term and think about the technology and the capabilities, and really where this space is actually going, on a macro level. And Nike's leading the way with the help of, with the help of Artifact. It's a killer combo. And like, yeah, the Crypto Dunks, that is your white Air Force One, and then people can go and take it and customize it a million different ways. And
It
what
reminds me
Johnny,
of a Nike ID. Like everyone was going crazy on Nike ID back in the day. This is basically Nike ID, but on the blockchain. And if you look at the early artifact posts of the crypto kicks, you can actually evolve some of this stuff. It's not just like one colorway, right? So maybe you
yeah,
can even change the swoosh. You can change the laces, like
you
anything and
can,
everything. The midsole, the sole, like it just goes on and on. And I feel like it's like a thing that keeps on evolving.
Yeah, it's going to use the
yeah,
algorithm
and
to use like collabo kicks, like what Heavy was saying, right? It's like you'll be able to like take two different vials and combine them, and then the algorithm will take different traits from different vials, and they'll create a one of one, right? So that's what's so crazy. It's like some of these vials that you guys are collecting, it's like all of a sudden you combine them, and then all of a sudden it's a one of one because you're the only one that was ever able to collect like those specific vials, and then you were the one deciding I'm going to basically combine these to then forge a one of one. And if it's based off of true manufacturing capabilities and they can do it, they're going to make it. That this is where it's like you want to talk about limited and this Air Force One being limited. No, we're going to be literally fucking with one of ones, right? That we're combining all of our collectibles to have. This is think long term, right?
This is a Santa hat.
Yeah, and like they're already paving the way with like our swoosh and like that swoosh, what they're doing with the Air Force Ones. Like them digitalizing some of like the most iconic shoes ever. Like, and then when you see the updated animations, like they're taking it to another level.
So don't disregard the fact that you might be able to see some of those color combos or combinations on the crypto dunks in the future, because it'll be all digital, and then even the digital aspect will be gamified, and that's what we're starting to see with all these animations.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone's like dabbling into this, right? We saw 10KTF with Puma. We saw Adidas doing their own Web3 thing, but
Did
to
you
me,
guys sign
it's
up for
just
Adidas today?
I didn't. It's to me, it's checks over stripes. I don't wear anything besides
No,
Nikes.
just go sign up for the golden ticket. You just put in your wallet address.
I refuse. But anyways, fill me in on the Adidas, Kane. My bad.
Just go to the Adidas Confirmed app, go in events, and then there's a golden ticket, and all you have to do is put your wallet address in it.
Man,
and
they're
you get
really
entered.
trying though, right? Like they made so many different collections. They haven't hit yet, bro. Like, damn.
But I think what you guys need to realize though is like they don't need to like let me simplify this. Regardless of how you look at this, right? Like they don't need to like hit a massive collection. Like there's different players and different goals. Really, all Adidas, Nike, all they really need to do for business continuity is convert over their existing clientele. That's what this is all about. Then you have additional people like us who, or some of us are like coming to the brand for the very first time because you're into NFTs. Now they're expanding the brand to a different target market. But this whole thing is simply about converting the existing, like getting with the times and moving on to the next thing and the next technology and integrating it and moving with the times. That's really all it is, right? Now, so that's Nike, that's Adidas, that's Puma, that's what they're doing. Then you have like new brands like Azuki or or the Bored Apes who are not currently in the game and are trying to get in, and they're gonna come with their own brand, or they're gonna partner with an existing brand and do all these different things. So now you're trying to establish yourself. So there's different players with different target markets and different goals, and depending on what they're trying to do and accomplish, the strategy is going to be different. So that's why I'm like, there's not that big of a difference between what's going on in quote unquote Web 2 and Web 3. It's just rebranded and people rebrand it. They'll put a different wrapper around it, but it's about either maintaining your target market or growing your target market. And this is what this is all about. They're just doing it in a really cool way. And people like me who are suckers for marketing and the way things are packaged and distributed and everything, I'm going to eat it up. And that's why I love Artifact. And they're like, I see like the stuff that Johnny's working on, and like that video he posted not too long ago with like, hey, all these design of his shoes, and they were in stores and you could touch them and see them. I was like, that was super cool. I was like, man, that is dope as hell. And now you're telling me that there's probably like a ton more people out there with like massive talent that we don't even know about that are going to come out of the woodwork because now they have the opportunity to collab with Nike and put their design on a specific canvas. And we all can now tap into that once this whole thing blows up and there's a marketplace and all that. Like it's pretty amazing, right? And to know that Artifact is who's helping them transition to this model, that is pretty freaking epic.
It's pretty legendary to think that their brand is what, 3 years old, right? You think about it, they're not much older than Bored Ape, right? They're very. I mean, they actually established a company in I think 2020, right? And so yeah, they got absorbed. And so I mean, they're having to create an audience, right? So when I say, yo, did you hear about the Artifact thing? They don't know what Artifact is. Did you see the Nike billboard? Yeah, I saw that, right? So it's like even the most hardened sneakerheads, it's just they don't even know about it. They have never even heard about it. I can tell you right now, I signed up well over 12 people to Coinbase with MetaMask this week just to get these Air Force Ones. Right? These were employees at sneaker stores. They were sneakerheads. They're huge sneaker collectors, but they had no idea. They had never seen them before. And then the second they saw them, whether it was the undead, whether it was the reptile, whether it was the Murakami DNA, they saw those videos and they were like, what the fuck is this? Then they saw the billboard posted by Nike, right, to co-sign it, to say, okay, this is with Nike, right? Oh, I might need to know about this since I'm a huge Nike collector, right? It's the fact that no one knows about it, right? Almost every single sneakerhead that I know, even store owners, they have never even heard of Artifact. Or if they've maybe seen it, but then they don't RTFKT. I've seen that. What is that? Oh, Artifact? Oh, I didn't know that meant Artifact, right? I've heard you saying about it, but I've never, I couldn't put two and two together. It's literally, they just don't know about it. And you have to understand why, right? Artifact hasn't said shit in Web 2, right? Nike hasn't said anything about Artifact in Web 2. So we're the only ones that are saying anything. So
we haven't joined the groups. Like, we really need to like start the psyop and like go into Web 2 and join the shoe game.
What do you mean the groups?
Like,
well, that's the thing is, like, Dre runs like multiple
I've
sneaker
posted
groups.
in those groups. They don't
Well, no,
know.
like Dre like runs
Yeah,
multiple
I
sneaker
run multiple Facebook groups, man. I've been talking to these dudes since Artifact dropped. It's resistance there because it's outside of their norm.
why
And
don't
it's
we
not
start like
it's not
all
straightforward, right? Like, it's not, sorry, it's not like going to the store and picking them up or ordering online and like putting your credit card in. So there is some friction there on the how to get these things. And that's where like the Johnnies and the Dre's and, like Compound walking up to random people, Kane posting the video on YouTube and talking about it helps, but it's still not enough for the majority of folks, because even if, when it gets down to it, unless you have somebody there, like a friend of yours, that can walk you through every single step and make it less daunting, they don't want to deal with it, right? But again, once you simplify that process and it's frictionless, or somebody can go to a store and say, I want those Murakamis or I want those aliens. The clerk in the store places the order and then shoe comes out. It doesn't matter that everything is on the blockchain and there's the crypto rails. The experience for that individual is simplified. It's what they're used to. It's not going to blow up. But once you do that, and that's what I was saying earlier, kind of going full circle, I don't think it's a this year thing. I think the push starts more next year.
They're already pushing.
But the reality is it's 2 years, at least 2 years out, that you're going to kind of get that aha moment that people are going to realize, oh, snap. Ooh, okay. I really want these now, but it's too late. But the cool thing is by then you'll probably have the marketplace. So people will have a spot to go to and where they can click buy and get it. And they'll be picking it up from some of you.
Yo, before Meryl talks, I really want to talk about the marketplace. I was laughing because that I said that to my cousins. I was like, once the ease of purchasing becomes available to people with the marketplace, then the shit will be hype. And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, oh man. And I'm like, I'll just let it happen, I'll just shut my mouth here. But yeah, like, and what I said to you, like, it's already happening. So if you think about what Reddit did and how they brought their people into Web3, it was amazing. And they're doing that now with Dot Swoosh, and how they're, in a sense, they give people posters, but later on that poster is going to be connected to, like the blockchain. And you think about these shoes, like if you could purchase these shoes with a regular credit card and then connect it to the blockchain, how easy would that, in a sense, all we need to do is educate them. This is just my thought.
Education is
for
key.
For sure.
Meryl, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I've been holding my tongue just because it's good to listen to everyone's perspective. There's a lot there. I think the NFC chip stuff might be like a counterpoint. Just being devil's advocate. Obviously, I see the vision that Artifact and other companies are doing. But I have also met many other NFC chip infrastructure developers around the world, based around the world, but in Tokyo, who are offering these chips to other corporations or projects. And I see it as becoming kind of democratized, where people will be able to buy these chips with these NFCs integrated and then bring them into their own products. So like as if Johnny or any other 3D printed shoe could also shoe company could also place them into their products. Personally, I think it is a lot about what you guys are talking about, where it's like Trojan horsing the Web3 into the Web2. That's a lot of the conversation that I'm having out here in Tokyo. Everything, including what you guys talk about with payments and all that kind of stuff. The trend at the moment is about, stop talking about NFT, stop talking about which has been mentioned in the space before, but to reiterate, people don't want the hassle. I think the NFC chips will just be there. They may not know it, but when they want to then activate it through resale or claiming some sort of digital asset or something, that's going to be there. At this point in time, I think everyone is catching up to Artifact to say that, oh, we can do that as well, which is great. But one of the points or the challenges or the conversations that we're having with these NFC providers, such as legitimate, is like, well, that's great, but is that really a truly great experience? Like, what is the actual utility or the application of these NFC chips, right? A lot of it now is leaning towards storytelling and the authentication, all that kind of stuff. We're a year ahead, right? And we've already poked it out to a degree. And now it's like, well, NFC chips are kind of old tech, but how do we make it so that it is part of this new storytelling mechanics? And I think part of that will come from making the market, right? Sometimes, this NFC chip stuff or contactless payment, for example, has been around the world for a while, and only after COVID, US is starting to use contactless payment. So making the market is sometimes what has to happen. And these NFC chips have been in shoes before Nike, before Artifact stuff with Nike, right? Nike had them in the shoes beforehand, but people didn't really pick it up. So maybe making the market hitting critical mass, like 30.5% of the population that uses it, will eventually bring along much more of the market trends and make it a thing and make it more demand. Like Apple iPhone didn't come mainstream until third generation, which was critical mass. And Apple Store or the App Store was like, okay, this thing that people were able to upload apps and stuff. But now it's the biggest moneymaker for Apple at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this is definitely the initial transition phase where the NFCs are becoming mundane, for lack of a better word. Obviously, we're excited about it, but in terms of the market trends, and everyone's now like, what is the next NFC interaction or engagement? So I'm looking at that and I'm paying attention to that myself. So, yeah, just some thoughts.
I just think the whole thing is just like it's a step forward, like what Johnny was saying. I know StockX had a lot of problems of people getting fake shoes, but now since we have these chips in the artifact shoes, like I can legit tell if, let's say, I got a pair from Merrill and I know that you had it, then you told it to subscribe and then subscribes to Jerry Milley. Like I can see it on the blockchain with the artifact app that they're going to release with these sneakers, and it just mitigates so much stuff that we have in problems with like the current market we're in with traditional sneaker collecting and sneaker flipping and all that stuff. So just seeing that all come together and seeing Web2 just slowly adopt what Artifact has going on. I mean, they even posted like a how-to video on how to cop these things, right? And it's like a front page on OpenSea, and people are slowly starting to realize this is how you get these items, and you can pay with credit cards, you can load your MetaMask at PayPal. So it's getting a lot easier and easier. And the fact that Dot Swoosh is, integrating Polygon into their ecosystem too, it's like literally making people like use blockchain without them even knowing they're using blockchain, which is, I think, a step forward, because if you use the term NFTs, they're just gonna run 10 feet away.
Yeah,
Bro, Nice Kicks did a video. Sorry, Charlie. Nice
go ahead,
Kicks did a video. They got a seed pair today. They posted a video, but they used the word NFT in the video they did, and I'm like, oh my god, just like deterred so many people. You could have made the video better.
Yeah, I saw it actually. I actually posted it on my story too on Instagram. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, but what I was gonna say is, I think the to Meryl's point, like the NFC tech itself is that's not that's not the big innovation, right? I think it's more the fact that it is connected on the blockchain, and ultimately how Artifact moves forward is it's kind of like, I think the best analogy that I can put out there, it's kind of like electric cars and Tesla, right? Like, yeah, Tesla is big right now, but eventually everybody's going to have electric cars one way or another. But it's really, for Artifact, it's really going to be their storytelling and how they're engaging with the consumer and making it interesting, right? Like that user experience and the interactions. That's how you're going to continue growing and building. And in a way, Nike and that swoosh, and how again they're building that connection, those stories and those experiences and those events, those live events, how they're doing drops, how they're again creating that sense of like this reward system, and whether it's the hibernation for Artifact or something else with Nike, that's really where you're going to start building the differentiation between Nike, Artifact, and then what everybody else is doing. And the reality again is like whoever ends up utilizing the tech in the most interesting way and is able to create those emotional connections is going to stay out front. But you look at the Artifact team and what they're able to put out, and the community that's behind them of creators. That's a massive advantage that I don't think too many other communities have. There's a lot of creative people out there, but and there's obviously a little bit of bias here, but I feel like Artifact probably has the most innovative and the most amount currently of people who are creating and being create like from a design standpoint, and like with 3D animations and all that stuff that can really tell a story. So I think that's really what sets it apart. But longer term, I think Meryl is absolutely right. That's just the way, and we've said it earlier too, right? But that's just the way that business is going to be conducted. Everyone's going to have this technology. Everyone's going to track it on the blockchain. Um, if you didn't realize, the entire stock market is moving onto the blockchain because it makes it a lot easier to track and make sure that it's things are accurate and not being duplicated, or it's not fake, right? Like you do away with all that. So it's a more transparent. That's what I was looking for. It's a more transparent way of going after things and ensuring that it's authentic.
Man, Artifact did that, huh? They stole all the creatives from Web3. It's
Not all of them. I'm just saying there's a lot
They
of them.
no,
did.
no, they
They
did,
did.
bro.
We just have a ton of them here. Like, you look in the audience, and this is just a small subset, right? But there's a ton of people in here who are creatives.
No,
Uh,
they
so
definitely stole them. Well, the thing is how great clones support each other. You don't see this much with other projects, and like even if my work is crappy, like everybody, like they say, they give compliments, they give criticism, but in the end, like everybody supports each other, man. Like they,
Yeah, this
for
group is
sure.
legendary, man. And the fact that we're writing the history of this company, right? That's what people are like. You have to think about it. It's like being part of Nike. Artifact is only 3 years old, right? We acquired these assets a couple years ago, right? So like almost in their infancy, and we are the ones dictating how their company is going to go, right? Not the three founders, right? It's the people who shout them out, it's the people that ride with them, it's the people that create with them. Like we are the history of Artifact, right? So when you look at the history of Nike. Nike and their designers like Tinker Hatfield, they're getting the credit, right? They created the lineage, the designs, like all this stuff. A very small handful of people. Like we are literally creating the history and the brand lineage of Artifact. So when the whole world does come in, they're going to look back at us. They're going to look back at designs, the Zayd designs and like all the random collaborations we're going to get. And they're going to be like, holy shit, right? Like we're writing the story of Artifact, like in live time. That's why you think like 5-10 years ahead and you look back and everyone's looking back. It's like, no, we were a part of it and that we're riding in the upside for it. This is as a creator why I'm so heavy into this space because I know I will have a collaboration and I won't just have one. I won't just have two. I'm going to rewrite the history of this brand with them alongside them and ride the upside the entire way through.
Oh yeah, dude! Like we're literally watching this live in first person and watching it grow too. And I think that's amazing, especially with the Artifact Air Force One forging event. But yo, I am gonna close the space down. I held it down for Compound. Shout out to Compound again for his engagement. And I'm gonna be hosting my own space right now at 8 o'clock. I'm hosting a space introducing Team Board, which is an esports organization that I am trying to curate for the ApeCoin DAO. So if you guys want to follow me there, I pinned the tweet up top. And thank you guys for pulling up the bad take, all caps, uncensored. Shout out to all the speakers. Shout out to Kuro, Kane, Subscribe, Tevi, Meryl, Day After, and Johnny. And I'm going to end the space. Peace out, y'all.
That's crazy. When it's all caps, everybody starts sounding smart. I don't know, man. Bad takes, lower caps is going to 0, but bad takes, all caps is definitely going to the moon.
So does Kira have to rug it then? Like, how does this? Or do we all leave? Bad tick account. Oh, that's yeah. I don't know. Kira, Kira's not here. All right. Well, I guess we'll just all jump over. Let's go support Demi. Peace out.
Bro, you guys sound so awkward. Or Tevi, you sound awkward. You're supposed to be a demon, my guy. You left. Why? What's up, Rose? How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Whoa, you did not sound like Rose.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? We're out here listening to some live music and having a few glasses of wine. I appreciate Kuro and Demi for holding it down while Dre's in Japan and while I am celebrating an engagement. And I appreciate you all coming through and hanging out. Like Demi said, man, we're gonna go hang out in his space, go support the homie, and his new gaming team he's putting together, and a proposal for Board Ape for the board gaming team. So I'm going to end the space right now. I love y'all, and I'll see you all over there, and I'll check in later tonight after I'm done having dinner. Appreciate y'all for coming through.